family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, YouTubers and friends, welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. Tonight, my sister of another mother is joining us as my co-host tonight. Our sister Rose from Rose Knows Treasure. And then we have another fine lady in the treasure hunting hand joining us tonight. You very well may know her, Julie of Banshee Mining. Uh, like our friend, JP said, it's going to be an awesome show. You got that right, JP. Let me get in the other set, and then we'll say hi to all of you and greet you right. Come on up, girl. Gotta let the granddaughter say hi. Hey, where are you? I must be hearing things. She's not there no more. Okay, everyone. We'll be back in 1 second, so you might have enough time. Grab a set or a soda or something, because we'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live with your host Ed Marvin. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is a Flash in Your Pan production.
Gets a little bit of life out of it. So you can use a come along, you can use a winch to get it off, and then eventually you could pull hard enough to get it off the car. The car is obviously not going to go anywhere, but enough yanking and you'll get it off the car. You will. It's probably rusty down there and gross anyway, so.
Oh yeah, slimy.
Hey, girls, how are you?
Sorry, Ed.
It's
We're just
okay.
chatting
You two were conversating. The show goes on as always, you know. So we were just all listening to you two for a little bit.
Well, I think everybody knows now that we got to get Banshee magnet fishing. What the heck?
Well, I thought I heard you say something about taking a magnet with you to the nugget hunt.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe I'll just bring just one, just so if anybody wants to try it or something like that, we'll have it around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
That'd be
I bet I bet you, even though I can't come this year, unfortunately, and
uh
see it for myself and collect all the money, I'll bet you'll take it. You won't even use it. You'll be having too much fun at Camp America. And when you're riding the Yuba Uber, you're not going to be thinking about magnet fishing. You'll be thinking about all the other celebrities there and other prospectors and treasure hunters getting your yellow on uh, and having a great time. I'm jealous already.
Oh, we wish you were there, Ed. You make it fun. I wish you could make it.
I
Absolutely.
wish I could too, but it's not in the cards. Maybe next year. Not in the
That's
stars, not in the cards, not
it's the
in.
best you can do though, is maybe next year.
Yeah, and it really bites too because Brad Walsh is coming from Australia and he's gonna be there. JP's gonna be there. Vendetta Bro, and I got to meet him at Freedom Fest last year, and Carson will be there, and I had a great time hanging out with them. It's
Yeah,
sad,
they're a lot of fun to hang out with. Absolutely.
but
Great group of
it,
guys.
it is what it is, and I can only cry about it so long. So maybe
Well, I'll tell
I'll
you what. We'll do what we did for you last year. I'm cleaning the crevice just for you.
yeah. Uh, you and Carson are awesome because all that begging I did for months ahead of time, the only two that heard my call were you and Carson. And much appreciated. Blame the
No, I
eclipse.
know what it's like to not be able to get there when, to get somewhere and happy to help.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh, well, I'll love it. Regardless, no spec, nugget, I'll love it.
Awesome.
uh, see a lot of great people in here. Some are friends of all of ours. Uh, somewhere in Ohio, how you doing? It was good meeting him. Homezoo! Man, I want to meet Homezoo. He's gonna be at the Nugget Hunt, I think. Deej, thank you for sharing it out. Um, Ohio Relic Hunter, good to see you, Bill. Damon, good to see the West Coast Gold Prospecting in the house. Gold Pro Unlimited. Hey, Tim and Kathy, how are you doing? Team Lynch Beach Metal Detecting. Ryan and Vicky, always good to see you two, my friends.
Hi,
JP Lanzamore, good to see you.
charts.
Me, bien amigo, David Villa is in the house. Good to see you, David. AU Diver 79er, good to see you. And Moon's over Miami, thank you for being here. I saw a couple of Aussies in the house. Donna Corin, welcome. JP or Mr. Lodak, good to see you. Terry Curry, Paul C, good to see you. Going Fossick, Paul C. I'll be at Fossick, Paul. Maybe I'll see you there. Um, Martin Smith, good to see my Canadian friends in the house. Brad Welsh, good to see you. It's doing good, you bunch of gold diggers, the good kind. I thought I saw Terry Marshall in there. Yahoo Gold Prospecting with Terry, good to see you. There's Terry Marshall, Radio. Yes, I believe you were on time tonight. And sorry about the blonde moment. I thought I was unmuted. I knew the girls were, but I guess I wasn't, but I am now.
Well, we always need a blonde moment from you, at least once a show, Ed.
What's the show? Peanut Prospecting, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Yep, you need to make another trip. Come to Ohio, Brad. We could find some Indiana and Ohio gold and have a real gold of hanging out on the creek and enjoying each other's company. Drum Detect, good to see you, Joel. OnlyPans, MJ's in the house. Good to see you, MJ.
Sweet.
I have a list about as tall as I am of people that I need to get a hold of the next time I'm back in Washington or California or Southern Oregon, Southwest Oregon. Damon's been killing it, sniping already this year. Mrs. JP and the Bulldogs. Booyah. Welcome, everybody. Hey, no worries, Joel. No worry. You're here now.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to Freedom Fest? I have a ticket reserved. I very well may get down there. If not for the weekend, maybe for a long day.
I'm actually wearing my Freedom Fest shirt right now.
Rose Nose.
Yeah.
Rose Nose. Brewer Prospecting, how you doing, Jeff Bro? Good to see you. Oh, MJ's gonna be there.
That's what MJ and I are going to meet face to face for the first time. I'm so
That's
excited.
awesome.
Yeah, so stoked. So I
Oh,
get to meet her. I get to see her twice this year, and I mean that's for being across the country 2 times is incredible. I'm so stoked.
I might have to just take my smaller truck down there. Even if I go camping, I'm not gonna pull the trailer. Judy probably wouldn't go. So I'd probably be set up like I was for Terry's birthday and Scott Sharp's birthday and stuff when they were there. It
What were you doing,
was,
camping out of the car, or did you have yourself a tent?
well, I had my pop up and it has a little sleeper tent that hooks to it, and
Oh,
it worked pretty good for a solo flight.
heck yeah.
So yeah.
Julie, you do a lot of camping. Excuse me.
Yeah,
You camp
yeah, I
out of your
just did
car?
one Sunday night.
Are you a tent lady? Are you a car lady? How do you camp?
It depends. So, last night, Sunday night was a fly-by-night. I hit the creek and hit the campground. And I went, no, it's gorgeous. I'm not leaving. So I didn't have anything with me. I just took the stuff out of the back of the truck. I got a crew cab Ford. So yeah, slept on the back seat with an emergency blanket.
It's perfect. That'll do it. Yeah,
Yep,
that'll do it. Especially if the
yep.
weather's
Got to
nice.
get that gold. I mean,
Yeah.
Come on, man. I had the fever. I was like, no, I'm not leaving. I got to keep digging here, you know? But, most of the time it's in a tent. Unless it was up there with Vendetta that time, yeah, where they were looking for me. I had my tent set up and everything in it, but I was actually in the back of the truck.
Carson just told that story again very recently, and I was planning on making a joke about it, but I figured maybe we could even tell that story again because it's so crazy. It's
It
so
is.
it's so insane that these guys. I mean, Carson really does a good job of portraying how concerned they were before they found you.
Right? Yeah, and I didn't know any of that until they actually found me because I was like out cold. We were supposed to meet at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they were in the creek. It's like prime time, 2 in the afternoon. I knew they weren't coming out of the creek, right?
Mhm.
And I went by their campsite because we're all supposed to be camping together, and um, there was a Gold Eagle sticker on the post, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Gold Eagle's here too." That was actually them trying to let me know that was the site. So I got the one right by them, but we were in bear territory, and I'd never camped in bear territory before. So I didn't know how this worked. They had a bear box and everything. So I set my tent up and threw all the kitchen stuff in there and all the other stuff in there. And I just folded the seat up and laid a mat down on the floorboard of the truck with my sleeping bag. And I have blackout windows in the back. So they couldn't see in. By the time they came back up, it was dark, right? And I had no idea. I really hadn't gone exploring because I kept expecting them to show up. So I just, passed out in the back of the truck waiting. And yeah, I come to find out we're sitting there and there's a bunch of cliffs, and thought I had gone exploring, and we're all really worried that they're getting ready to call the authorities, I think, pretty quick, or send a search party out for me because they had just no idea. And then thank God they came and looked at the truck. But I'd parked back into their to the site. We're standing up at their campsite. If they look down, they should have seen the Banshee mining sticker
Mhm.
or window cling on the truck, right? So he said he knew it was my truck and tent, but they couldn't find me in the truck. I'm just glad that it all worked out the way it
Yeah, for
did. But
sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
I'm
were
glad you didn't fight it off a cliff and we're talking about a whole different story, like that's crazy. It's so crazy.
right. Yeah, it was good times. That trip for me was huge. Um, I think that it's a long story and I don't know where to begin, but
We got
that
all
trip
night.
in particular, tell it.
Yeah, I said we got all evening.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, September 15th of 2018, I was in a head-on car crash. I broke my neck, I broke my right leg, and I broke my left wrist.
Ooh.
Wow.
Didn't get out of bed for a year.
Ooh.
As I started to finally recover, I was a long time in a wheelchair, a long time with a walker. I happened to make a trip down up Highway 49 past Coloma. And at that time, it was a 4th grade camp during the week. So Coloma has this Marshall Gold Discovery Park is right there, the site where gold was first discovered in California. Right across the river is a campground that is a 4th grade camp, or was a 4th grade camp prior to COVID. So they were renting to the public on the weekend. It was January, rainy. I was like, oh, perfect place to go be by myself and try and walk and start, rehabbing. And I got down there and found Marshall Gold and walked over to that, got hooked, grabbed a pan, was down there. It's all hands and pans. I panned all weekend. It
Nice.
started the fever and it just has steamrolled. But I'd gotten to a point where, which is why I have a hoard of pay dirt bags. I was buying them online, and panning at home and everything because I'm still recovering, right? Well, Brian and Vendetta invited me to go to the South Yuba camping. And
Nice.
I definitely took them up. I was surprised that they wanted this little old lady to go out there with them. It just floored me. But I didn't know what I could do and what I couldn't do. And They put up with my craziness, being worried about the bears and texting them for like 2 months in advance every day. What do I need to do for these bears? You know? It was pretty funny. I probably drove Mike crazy. But they taught me, they helped me down to the river. They helped me back up. Literally pushed me back up the first day. The second day I was able to do it by myself. I never had so much pride in myself. Um, it was huge. It was just huge. They gave me so much self-respect back and so much pride and so much just confidence in myself that I could go out there and I could do this stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just um it was huge,
For
huge
sure.
for me.
Do you think
So
that it
you know,
almost created like a physical recovery, like help you with your recovery to go out and do the hiking and do the panning and build muscles back up after spending a year in bed? Honestly, it sounds like the healthiest thing you could do, for sure.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. But you know, um, if I slipped, the chances were I'd injure myself again. To go out by myself, I'm 60 years old. You know, my kids are like, "You're freaking nuts." Like, you can't go out there by yourself. I'm like, I don't care. Nobody bothers me. There's nobody out there, you know. I carry bear spray. I now carry a stun gun that'll shoot darts if I have to, you know.
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I don't carry anything else. I got enough shovels and picks, and you know, some of those
Yeah.
crevice tools are freaking deadly, man. Holy cow, you just slice somebody, you know. But you
It's
know, it's
your life. Your life, you can do what you want.
and this whole community, you know, has from the time that I started getting into it and buying the pay dirt bags and watching the videos and learning how to go out there and do this stuff right, has welcomed me with open arms. I've never felt more welcome in my entire life.
Mhm.
I love this place. I love the community. I love the people in it. It's just been such an honor. And then to go to places like the Nugget Hunt last year and meet all these people. Oh my freaking God. And so Mike from the Gold Lodge showed up and he like knew who I was. And I was like, no way. I'm like, how do you know who I am? Just this little, you know, just blew me away, you know? And the people I've met, the opportunities I've had, and just to get out, just like this weekend with Dan, digging with Dan up there at his place, it was great. It's so much fun, and the panning is so much, so relaxing, such a
Mhm.
stress reliever. You know, it's just so healing that it's been really, really, really good. And here we
Oh,
are, broken leg number 2, right? I broke my leg again last year,
Jeez
last
Louise.
a year ago, December. Yeah. Don't wear too long of pajama bottoms. I
Okay.
tripped over my pajamas in my bedroom and broke my kneecap into 3 places.
Jeez.
That's okay. Doesn't matter. We're still going.
Yeah, pushing
All
through it, huh?
good.
One
Yep.
thing I really like about the community, and we talk about this over and over. I never get tired of it. What I do like is that when you finally get to meet people face to face, they end up being just as real, just as funny, just as cool, just as accepting. Like, it isn't a facade. You're meeting the real person on YouTube, and then you're meeting the real person face to face. Like, I love that. There's no
Yes.
fake. It's you guys are real. You're so real.
It's even better in person.
Mhm. Like, you always
You
get, like,
know?
when you pull up, and you just get there and there's already some people there and you're nervous. You always get a little nervous. It always happens. But the second
Oh
you
yeah.
get out of the car, you go and give some hugs, you start joking around. Somebody cracks the first joke and it's like it all goes away. It all washes away.
Right? Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's so many people that were there, you know. I think that's probably the most people I've ever met at one out. Well, it was the first outing I've ever really done like that, you
Yeah.
know. Very cool. Now I fell in love with Downeyville. I was up there in the middle of December, just before the snows hit, like December 15th. They were getting ready to shut down for Christmas and New Year's and everything. It was pretty cool. Very quiet. Had the whole town pretty much to myself. Went and checked out a few
Nice.
Reinke mining claims nearby, you know.
Yeah, that sounds ideal.
Beautiful up there. That town is amazing. It's just amazing. It's like you walk back in time. It's 9 o'clock at night and the kids are out playing in the middle of the street.
That is, wow, that is
There's no one,
unheard of.
there's adults everywhere, but there's no specific adult out there watching them, right?
It's the community watching
All
them.
go-
Wow.
Right. Absolutely. But everybody's having such a blast. I mean, it's just so amazing. And then, of course, they're all in before the bear comes strolling through town to raid the garbage cans.
Now, have you gotten a little more comfortable with the idea of the bears, or are they still freaking you out?
No, I'm all good. The
Okay.
bear boxes, I learned all about bear boxes. I bought my own bear-proof plastic container. I even have bear-proof bags. I have a bell because if you wear the bell, it lets them know you're around there. They don't want to be with you as much as you don't want to be with them.
Right.
So, you know, unless you're cooking a big old pot of stew. And I figured that one out too. There's a
Or
thing
if
called an
you
endurable bag.
don't want to have your
That,
candy in your sleeping bag or tent either.
Yeah, no snackies to bed.
No,
I do
no
need
food
that.
in the tent.
Yeah.
No, no food in the tent. I've also heard you're not supposed to brush up against the tent walls.
Oh, interesting.
I don't
Why?
know. I don't know. It's just something that I read with you're not supposed to hit the sides of the tent or something. Maybe that's if they're around or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's them know that you're in there. I don't know.
Duly
'Cause
noted.
I'm
I'll
like,
be
my God.
practicing that. Yeah, I'll be practicing that.
And there's certain smells too that they don't like, right? So if you put around some of that, like I take mint, it keeps the mosquitoes away. They don't like it.
A lot of the
I
bugs,
just leave
actually.
it laying around.
Yeah.
I could
Stink
lay
bugs.
red powder, red chili pepper around your tent too. That way you won't get a bunch of critters either.
Right. But no,
I
the
too,
campgrounds that we've been to have been pretty cool.
We're
I put a lot of mint on my tent when I camp. I learned that at the Bash anniversary when I first did I have a car tent setup now. It's like a hybrid going on, and stink bugs were getting in. And I just so
Oh,
happened to have some peppermint lotion, which I just started rubbing on the seams of my tent where the car were at, and that took care of it so quickly. I love
awesome.
having mint on hand for sure. Keeps the buggies away. And now the bears.
Yes. It's all good.
hey
It smells
guys,
great.
Mhm.
it's better than a still picture, isn't it, guys? They're talking about my AI itself, and sorry, I'm having a smoke break, everybody. So you know I don't smoke on air.
Safety meaning.
Mhm.
No, not that.
Oh, I
The good old
see.
fashioned ciggy.
Marlboro Man.
You know, Ed, a lot of the community's been kicking that habit.
It's-
I did it. I got hypnotized.
It worked for you, did it?
It did. First time.
Nice.
15 bucks, 15 minutes. Walked out. I'd smoked my last cigarette before I went in there. Had every intention of walking right back out and going to the next gas station and picking up a pack. I never touched him again.
I've always been quite curious about using hypnosis for quitting anything, really, not just the cigarettes.
If you're really ready, it works really well. I was
Mhm.
amazed. I tried, went back. My oldest was a smoker. 6 months later, I bummed a cigarette from him and tried. Made me sick to my stomach. I was like,
Yeah,
no,
I
we're done.
couldn't. There is no way I could smoke a cigarette now. No way. I'd say I'd ended up throwing up, and 2 or 3 drags in.
Oh, yeah.
I did put down the vape at the beginning of this year too. I successfully got rid of it, so I'm not
Oh,
puffing
wow.
smoke all over the time. Yeah,
Very good, Rose. I
was
smoked more with the vape. and then that
Oh,
cumbersome thing,
yeah,
and then
for
they
sure.
always leaked, and you had to buy new coils and juice all the time. They
It
made the
smells so
juice
much better
taste
than
so
cigarettes,
damn
Ed.
good. When you're smoking fried ice cream and all that sweet stuff I like so much, chocolate, so many good flavors, I just couldn't keep it down. Tom Kingery, good to see you. I
Thanks,
drink
Drummy
Coke,
Tech.
but that is worst thing to do. I don't drink no soda, Ronald. I've quit all my other bad vices. One day I'll quit cigarettes too, but right now it still has me by the
Yeah. If you're not ready, if you're not ready, you're not ready. That's just how it goes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I quit several times before I actually quit, you know?
Hmm. Same, yeah, same. Even with cigarettes, and then I got rid of the ciggies because of the vape, which was a cool transition. But now, when anybody who's doing that transition now, I try to warn them that it is just as hard to quit. In fact, I think it might be harder to quit the vape than it is to quit the cigarettes. And that was I quit nicotine in October. I still didn't put the vape down until the first week of January. With no nicotine, I was still hooked on it.
Wow.
What's up, Benzo?
Benzo Bro.
I got my benzo brick.
That's
It's
a
right
beautiful
here.
gold brick. Yeah.
That was a
Thank
very
you.
interesting panning out those benzo bricks. You'll have a good time with that, Julie.
I can't wait. I saw Carson's video. It looked very cool.
Yeah,
Um,
I soaked mine for a while.
so he gets and deserves a lot of love for his pay dirt. But you know, Julie, you also get a lot of love for your pay dirt bags. I have never heard a bad thing about it. In fact, most people are very, very excited when they score a Banshee mining bag.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I just try to do the one what I would like to see in the bag, right? I like it when there's extras in there. I like it when there's, maybe some polished agates, or I was doing wheat pennies for a while. There's always usually a little crystalline silver in there, and, you know, some minerals and some other stuff, whatever I can find. And then Downeyville, we found those miners and that took off for a while. But yeah, the I like making the pay dirt, but it's not something that I want to do on a regular basis. I like doing it during season when I can go out and grab some dirt from, like, I tried to hit different areas every time I did. Every month would be a different dirt, right? Came from a different river. So make it interesting, give
Yeah,
everybody a taste of California that maybe they can't get, right?
that's one of the coolest
Some
things
of
about
it's crazy.
Gator. Yeah, or living room panning is bringing that experience to people who may not have the luxury of the real experience.
Right. And I'll tell you what, while I was rehabbing from the wreck, I sat in my bed and my son would bring me my bags and I had all my little containers and I'd sit there and I would dry pick because I couldn't pan. I would dry pick through my bags. Right. I had all these jars. Oh my God, I had so much stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we gonna do with all this stuff? And you know, started talking to a few people and thought about it, and I was like, well, yeah, why not put it right back out there in the community? That's where it came from, you know.
Love it. Love it. I'm a
I,
big fan of
I'm
dry
I'm
panning too.
honored that everybody likes my bags. It's quite touching.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it speaks volumes. I mean, it's people like the shiny, and it doesn't just have to be gold. Or the experience. Like you said, I typically only really dry pan through pay dirt. I need to get better at panning, but I'm lazy and my hands cramp up. So, going through it with a tweezers and just taking your time while you're hanging out with friends is just as fun to me. And especially when you can find, like you said, the agates, or you find a little gem in there, or even some of those pickers of gold. All of it's so much fun.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And I always make sure, that's one of the biggest things that when I first started this, getting into this, you buy a bag of pater and there's next to nothing in it. And then when you finally find the right vendor and you get a decent bag, you go, oh my God, what the heck have I been doing?
Yeah.
Right. And then you find Miller and he tells you the best ones, right? And so, it's always an evolving thing. But yeah, to me, I couldn't put a bag out there unless I could guarantee that it weighed. It's just not
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I agree. I agree with you on that.
So,
It doesn't have to be a lot, it doesn't even have to be a lot, but it does have to, you know, it,
it should
I
be
don't
what
know.
you say it is, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And I would say a little bit of a guarantee is important, because I've seen some pretty shisty pater bags. In fact, I think I even started in the very beginning with like going to Amazon, or stuff like that. Especially, well, I did gemstone pater. It's too off of Amazon before Ed had introduced me
Yep.
to the croissant mine. And then of course my all-time favorite, just personally, is picking up some gemstone pater bags from
Thermal City.
Thermal City. Thank you. I love Thermal City so much.
You'll have to check them out, especially
Well,
when we get around to October and get ready for the next show. That'll
that's
be
right.
cool.
JP does the Bash Anniversary at Thermal City, and then Katie and JP, actually, they go there a couple times a year. So if I ever get the chance to go meet up with them, I will, because not only do I love those guys, but I do love the campsite for sure.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Absolutely. Now, JP and Mrs. JP and the Bulldogs are one of the first channels I started watching too. Yep.
Love
It's just
both
kind of
those.
evolved over the years.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's awesome.
My biggest connection was meeting Ed and doing the first Flash Bash, and that's where I got to meet JP for the first time, and then it just kind of all spiraled from there. And to what it is today, which is so massive. It's so huge, such a huge community.
Right? Yep. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed in the chat room, Julie, but our friend, all of our mutual friend Mike Vendetta Prospecting, goes, not to mention all the community love Julie, showed at all the gold shows. Yes, thank you very much. I know you played loops from different channels and promoted the YouTube community at shows, and Deej goes, Julie has represented many facets of the treasure hunting community at the gold shows, and we all appreciate it.
Thank you.
Actually,
It's been my honor and my
the chat's been going crazy for you, Julie. I would say you're only getting a couple, but I honestly, if you get the chance to go back and rewatch, the chat is just showing you some love. We got MJ saying that you're a jewel of the community. I mean, it's going. You deserve it, though. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you guys very much. I stumbled into this right with the Marshall Marshall. I keep slaughtering that name. I'm missing something there, but the gold Marshall Gold Discovery, I don't know. But anyway, the gold part. And then the next thing I found was the gold show in Lodi. And I went as an attendee after meeting up with a couple other people that had how did we meet? I think we were at the same river. I think it was at the Big Bar launch on the Macomb, where I heard about it. And we went down and we checked it out. And I got so hooked. And we're walking around this show. And I'm seeing Mike Pong's there. All these people are there, right? Golden Sands is there. Everybody's there displaying their stuff. There's nobody, not one person talking about the online community where I love and learned everything from.
Mhm.
I'm like, how are you guys not at the show? What's going on here? Right? And I had my toolbox loose with me. And I ended up meeting up with Eric, who we had met in Dig Daddy's chat, right? And he goes, "Oh, I'll be at the show if you come check me out." So he's with the group I can't remember. It's Delta Gold Diggers and South Bay, now Stockton, East Bay Prospectors put on the show. So he was with East Bay Prospectors. They had a booth sitting there, and they're all just sitting there behind tables. There's nothing really going on. They're talking to people and stuff, but there's nothing displaying, right? I'm like, hey, you guys, I got Dig Daddy's toolbox loose in the car. We could bring it in here and run some dirt. I can pick up a bag from Reiki Mining right around the corner. He's got a booth right there. No problem, right? So that's what started. I brought in the toolbox loose and everybody started talking to me about it. And I just started pitching it, explaining it basically, and telling them where they could buy it and running some dirt right there.
He has a
And
pretty
they
cool
were sold.
idea
They
with
bought a couple of units.
he has a cool little idea with the toolbox sleuths, you know.
It was
And
awesome because I could take it portably with me, right? And just run it right there.
I want to talk to the guy. I saw it on one of your videos, I'm pretty sure, Julie, from Toothpick Mining.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind getting him on either. His thing looks pretty interesting too.
I will send you his information.
I emailed him before,
Oh,
but
did he respond?
yeah, he responded. I can't remember what he said, but send it to me, so I'll get back with him again.
Cool.
You know, I fluid bed systems work. His looked pretty interesting.
You know, I stumbled onto that just looking around, and it popped up in my feed, and I was like, so I followed it back to Facebook, which is where he sells from. And so I was like, well, this is pretty cool. And I was like, I gotta try this. It's unique. It's something, that I haven't seen anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it works pretty good. I mean, Mike's put it through its paces. I know that Dylan Miller didn't Miller Prospecting didn't recommend it, but it's a work in progress. It's his baby. He's trying to work through the bugs.
Oh, there's
I
always
reached out to
bugs
him.
with no matter what. And I
Right, but you can always improve it.
I even stole one of Miller Dillon's things. He was using it with his boy at Freedom Fest when I met Dylan, and I had a nugget bucket, so I kind of did the same thing. I haven't used it on the stream yet, but hey, if I could get away from out doing buckets and buckets of water and let a pump do it, you betcha. Thanks, Dylan.
There
I
you go.
stole your idea.
Give me a second. I'll
T-Rex.
be right back.
Okay, 1002.
Oh, you're so clever.
Ha ha ha.
Okay. I'm back.
Oh, that was fast. That was fast.
Oh.
My son's laying down. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't bugging him.
Oh.
That was nice of you. I don't know if I'd give my daughter the same opportunity.
Well, this child's he's not a child, he's a young man now. But he's been awesome. He was my nursemaid through the wreck, through the second broken leg, through everything. There's a reason why I'm called Banshee. He named me that. He came up with the name, right?
Can you be quite the
Sometimes I
banshee?
have a little bit of a temper.
No.
Well, pain and healing can do that to you, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I just got to say that beautiful orange kitty in the background, I just want to snuggle up with it so bad. So cute.
That's my fuzzy McNugget. That's Dexter.
Look
Oh,
at that
Dexter the
face.
Witcher.
I know it looks like a stinker.
Oh,
Dexter.
he's a sweet boy. He gives fuzzy kisses.
I am a sucker for an orange cat. I got an orange boy that I just love to death. So
He's my sweet baby boy. Yep.
he's big too.
Yeah,
You can see
it's
that.
funny because he's not normally hanging out with me. He's normally in there asleep with my son. I'm like,
Huh?
oh, I see. He had to be here for the camera. Look, he made sure he got in the shot.
YouTube famous. That's right.
Photo bomb. Video
Right?
bomb.
But that's okay. Yep. Love my animals. Love them to death.
Oh,
Absolutely.
they're part of the family. I know ours are. I know Rose's is.
I am a cat gal. Now, I'm an animal gal, but I would say that cats are my number one. I'm not gonna lie. I love them so much. I'm a little kooky when it comes to a kitty.
Yeah. Our house is all set up for the cats, basically. You know, there's like this big old tunnel system that runs around the front room and
Yeah.
cat trees and
Yep.
I'm glad you said
double-decker
just
cat
like.
scratcher.
Sorry, ladies. Rach said just like Slash, and I'm glad you phrased it that way, because you know Slash is my dog, right, Deej? Or Rach, sorry, and you're just taking care of him for me. So take good care of my dog. But yeah,
Oh, yes, we want you to get
animals are family.
absolutely.
And they
For
can be
sure.
quite good for healing too.
They
Oh,
can also be
definitely.
monsters and nightmares and give you headaches.
Right? You name it, they're good for it. All the
Yeah, he
above.
doesn't. I don't get blood drawn on me anymore, so we're getting better.
Yeah, that's step number one. I have 5 kittens right now, 5 stinking kittens, and I know that there's about to be some scratches in my future. So
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Hi, Hot Mess Fishing. Speaking of Hot Mess Fishing, she'll be our guest next week here on Tuesday Night Hangout Live. So make sure you come join us for a little Hot Mess Fishing. Another woman in the treasure hunting hand. So
Very cool. Yeah.
we've
there we go. All right. All right. So look, we talked about the bears. We know they're a concern. Since you spent
right.
some time in the wilderness, and I know this is a popular question, but I love asking it. Have you had any freaky experiences with the unknown, with maybe a squatch or some unexplained lighting in the sky? Have you had any creepy experiences like that?
Up in Washington, yeah. Yeah. Not so much down here, but up
Yeah.
in Washington, yeah. Yeah.
What we're talking about squatch or we talking about aliens?
A little bit of both.
I have
A little
heard
bit
that
of both.
actually.
I had
Yeah.
I had a friend that lived up there off the grid, and he would send me pictures of the orbs flying through the forest at night.
I was recently
And
told that
I've
the
had
orbs are related to the squatch because I've had an orb experience myself. And then we heard some
mm,
banging and some noises. I never saw anything other than those orbs. And I was recently told that the two could be connected, but I don't know. I'm still learning.
yeah, there's definitely some, the Olympic National Forest is a great place for them to live. We spent a lot of time up there in Port Angeles and Sequim and Coolacene, and Yeah, there's definitely some weird noises and stuff that goes on out there. And man, I'm so freaked sometimes just hearing that stuff going, oh my. Well,
It's almost like in
um,
here is worse than actually running into him. Like if you know, like if you run into him, it's probably just gonna be a little scary, but when you think about
Ah, I think I hear a squatch. Ah.
right. But yeah, a lot of supernatural stuff happening up there in Washington for sure.
you think it's the forest that attracts it? Because it does seem like certain areas are more prone to it. Do you think it's because it's just such a dense forested area?
Yeah, I think there's something going on up there for sure. It's like, uh the house we had up in Bremerton was ended up being on an old military where they used to store the weapons for like World War II.
We were talking about, my mining partners up in Washington. They lived on an old sub base in Bremerton.
Oh,
Man, do you know Doug and Don Skeens?
no.
Okay.
I wasn't prospecting up there. I was busy raising 5 kids.
that will put a dent in your prospecting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
There's been some, yeah, definitely some freaky stuff that's happened up there. And a couple other places. It seems to kind of be around me, or I seem to be aware of it. Um, I don't, I'm not afraid of it, but there's been some freaky things. I mean, we left my oldest son home with his friend, uh, and took off for a little bit and came back, and they're standing outside with baseball bats, afraid to go back in the house. There's some freaky stuff going on.
Could imagine. Could imagine. I've
Hear
heard
people
some.
yelling from the basement, help, help, let me out. And then all of a sudden the curtains drop to the ground that have been there for 5 years and never moved. Yeah,
Wow. Hmm.
crazy. But yeah, some weird stuff.
Uh, be careful. Ert Radio might want you on as a guest for one of his paranormal nights.
Uh-oh.
It seems like we got spooks and Sasquatch and UFOs. So there you go. Huh,
Yeah,
Ronald?
I got a pretty unique picture from I did an early morning trip over the Sierra Nevadas from Bridgeport in towards like Twainhart area. And I think it's Highway 108. But the shots, I stopped up at the peak and I took some pictures as the sun was coming up. And there's some unique things going on in those pictures.
Hmm.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know. There's like something behind the sun in one picture, and then you see it down below the sun in the next picture because I took a series, right? And then there's a weird reflection off into the ridge line next to where I was. There's nothing there to reflect that. There was no, that light shouldn't have been there. I don't know. Weird.
There's a lot of
But
unexplained mysteries in the universe.
yep, for sure. For sure.
I don't know if it's my cats behind me making noise or my granddaughter, hard telling. And Ronald
Oh,
says if you want to share pictures, you could on his show. Ronald says we talk about all things and says if she wants to share pictures, she can.
I don't know
Blistering
how to share
Barnacles,
pictures,
good to see you.
but this is the crystal from last weekend.
Oh, gorgeous.
It's got two, I don't know if it shows up, but it's got two running
Here,
Two running this
let
way and
me
then a bunch
pin.
coming off.
Let me
Yeah.
pin you. So lift it up just a little. Man, it's not focusing. It's focusing on your face. Put your hand behind it,
Okay.
and it will. Hmm, it's not focusing. Doggone cameras. Looks
Right.
like a nice piece of crystal, though.
It
It
is.
it just don't seem like. Now it's wanting to
Yep.
focus on your hand and not the crystal.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh, well,
That's
almost.
cool.
Yeah. I do. You can see the twin peaks though. Like you can see that they're little twinsies.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's
Very
a whole
cute.
bunch coming off on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's a nice
nice.
specie.
Where'd you find that? No tell 'em, no tell 'em Creek?
Home Zoo and Home Zoo and Prospecting, and I were
Oh,
digging up at his place, and he dug that up and gave it to me.
cool, Home Zoo. Yeah.
That was on Saturday. Saturday we dug up there. Sunday we dug down at Basin Creek.
I thought Home Zoo was from Southwest Oregon. Guess I was wrong. Where are you from, Home Zoo? There's two people that might be lurking. They live in the above 62 apartments I'm working on. Fast Eddie, if you're out there, hello. I know you watched last week. And oh my goodness, I forget the other lady's name, but she watches Flower Gold Wizard, Benzo, JP, you, Julie, all kinds of people in the prospecting finger of the treasure hand. Uh, I forget your name. You could slap me when I have to paint around your circuit panel later next week. I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Willie Shiny Gold, how you doing? I'm going to interview for once. What? What I miss? I watched your live stream the other day with all those thunder eggs and stuff, Willie.
Thunder eggs are cool.
Yeah, I used to find them on our claim in Washington.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna interview me for once. Just let me know, buddy. Just let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. Now back to our guest. Now, from the sounds of it, Julie, it seems like making your channel, catching the gold bug, and getting in with this crazy bunch of people globally has changed your life for the better in so many ways.
Absolutely. Immensely. It's been a great evolution to where it's at now. I don't know where it's going, but it's still going. It'll
You
go
say
as
you
long as I can, you
Yeah, I
know.
was gonna say you say you don't know where it's going. Do you have any hopes for where you're going in the future? Do you have any
So this channel was started uh just so that I could promote you all because I fell in love with you all while I was stuck in bed for a year. And as I came back out of it, y'all taught me how to go out there and have some fun and how to get out there and, do all this stuff, right? And so I got to the point where I wanted to be able to share out the channels and comment and stuff, right? So that's why I ended up creating it. The channel at the beginning was named Julie. It was just my name, right? And then after that gold show, we started to evolve a little bit, and then it was like, well, my son's like, yeah, you should really try this. So he picked the name, and then that January on AAP Variety Show, I
Oh,
won
yeah.
the logo design in chat. So they designed my logo for me, and that's been the logo I've had. But
Oh, cool.
you know, none of my videos will you ever hear, please like, share, and subscribe. I don't care about that. I don't care what my count is. I don't care if you watch my channel or not. I don't care. What I care about is that I can promote you guys, that I can do a shout out for somebody and it helps their channel. I can take you guys to the gold show and put some stickers out for everybody. And hopefully it gets you more subs or gets people to buy your pay dirt or whatever it is, right? That's what it's about. It's about me trying to give back for all the love and the life that you guys have given me and the community taking me in. I can't stress enough how huge that is to me. I have never in my entire life felt so welcome and so loved in a community as I do here. Never. Never, ever.
Well said.
Um,
Well said.
Definitely.
you know,
Well, what's not to love about you, Julie?
aw, talk to my exes, they'll tell you.
We can all play that game. Come on, man.
Right, right. They're exes for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Life is short. You gotta go out there
Damon
and
says the bigger you get, the more you can spread the love.
well, that's fine. We're growing. We're growing at a good pace, but I'm not trying to push it, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, actually, you're not doing really too bad,
No, I'm not.
actually.
I went and looked at your sub count today. I'm actually a little frustrated that you're not at least at 1,000 yet. I mean, come on, guys. Like,
Well,
why?
yeah. You have 748 subscribers.
Yep.
310 videos.
I know.
60,551 views. And this December 1st of 2025 will be your 4th year anniversary.
Yep, absolutely.
You're doing good. But I agree with Rose, you know, I'm kind of surprised you're not at 1,000.
Well, I'm not putting out videos regularly. Like I put out 5 this weekend, which is probably the most I've posted all year.
I've been putting out a lot of shorts every night or every morning. I'm putting out a short. And they seem to be helping with my sub count. I'm almost to 6,000 now because of it.
Very nice.
That's awesome. But now we're starting to get back to where I can get back out. You know, the snow's done here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have rain coming in. Well, there might be a little snow, but it'd still be above where I need to be. So, you know, I'll be able to start getting out and posting more videos. And it seems like my prospecting videos are my most popular videos. So we'll definitely be doing more of that. I'm not showing my spot anymore. I learned the lesson the hard way. But I'll show you when I'm running. You know.
That's why I don't really show much gold anymore or really where I'm at. Many times I've come, it's different here than out on the West Coast, Julie. You know, you have a lot of open available land out there if you do your homework.
Yep.
and more claims to get permission on, and club claims of all kinds of clubs throughout the West. Here
Yep.
we have 2 clubs, and there's probably 6 properties combined
Oh.
with the clubs, and almost everyone out here knows them. So
Probably intimately. Wow.
yeah,
Holy cow.
I
That's
was at the Swank West property. I was sluicing with Sean Werlin from the Buckeye chapter, and I had some really nice flakes in my sluice box. And next time I went to the Swank, to that part of the lease where I liked, oh, it was like D-Day. Yeah, there were holes all over. But hey, you know, if they're willing to put in the sweat equity, I'm not there. My hole isn't day claim. Jump my hole. I don't care.
Right.
That's what she said. Sorry.
That's all good.
Willie Shiny Gold from Arizona says, I am yo Banshee now, but had to unsub to West Coast Prospecting in order to save space. Da da da. Willie. Willie.
I think quite a few people just said they sent over some love. They did some subbing for you. So maybe we got you a couple more.
Sweet.
We're
It's all
we're
good.
we're all one big happy family here in the
Absolutely.
Treasure Fam. It's out of my years through it, I've met some fabulous people and made some awesome friends. You know,
My fuzzy McNugget wants a kiss. I'm sorry.
Look at that.
that's
Look at that
okay. You gotta
himbo.
do it
Look
on
at
camera,
himbo.
though. Gotta bring him over and
Oh
do it
my God, I
on
bring it over
camera.
to him.
Look at him.
Oh, he's
Goodness.
kind of
He wants to smell the camera.
I
I have a kiss? Hey, you got a
definitely.
kiss for me?
Jersey Ray
You got a kiss for
Diggs
me?
gonna shout you out during her live stream.
No,
That'd
You
he
be
just
knows
want to
people
be,
are
awesome.
he just
watching.
wants to be in the picture. He's just a ham, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
what a ham.
goodness.
Oh,
Love you. Where's my kissy? Come on.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good boy. Yes.
we could start a whole nother YouTube channel, okay? I'm just saying.
I did. I did. There's only one video of him, but yeah, my son keeps going. He does the most adorable things. So he'll jump up into the kitchen or the bathroom sink and meow because he wants the water. So you have to go turn the water on for him so he can get a drink.
Oh, he likes the fresh
He just,
water. Fresh.
oh yeah, yeah. He is quite a character. Yes, I love you, sweetie. Your food's on the bed. That's usually what it is. Oh, no. Yeah, that's my sweet buddy.
My daughter is going to be moving back in with us for a little while. You know, 2023 and 2024 has not been kind to a lot of people. And she
no.
said when we
Right.
move back in, we should try to make some videos of our pets because she's got a 3-legged cat. 2 of the
Oh
5
wow.
kittens that I just had are also going to have 3 legs. She's like, we should
Oh
make some
wow.
content, like we should video them up. And
Call them
I
the
think we'll try.
tripods or something.
That's right.
Come
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
tripod.
yeah. Or
Um,
it's so Lieutenant Dan lost both his legs, but Lieutenant Dan is a great name for a one-legged cat.
Yeah, that is. That's very
What up, HD?
cool, buddy. There you go. Yeah, your food's sitting on the bed. Go get it.
Little chonker.
Oh yeah. He's short and stocky. He's like a mix between a house cat and a dwarf, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And
I love his eyes.
His legs are super thick. He's got like little stumps, you know?
Yeah.
But he's
His
very stocky.
yeah, his little face, his little eyes. I like the way he looks. Like he looks like he's mischievous all the time.
Oh yeah, always thinking. Always, how am I gonna get her to give me some food? Pretty much is most of it. Or when are you gonna play with me? Yeah.
Right. Where are my snuggles at?
Right. Definitely. Love animals. That's why I partnered up with Operation for Paws, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting out of Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
his rescue. So help out there when I can, you know. Do some stuff with the shows, sell some stuff for him at the show as proceeds go to back to Operation for Paws. And I do the same thing with my pay dirts. When I sell my pay dirts, a portion of every bag goes back to Operation for Paws.
Love it so much.
And that's all you'll hear about Banshee is great things, Willie Shiny Gold. Willie Shiny Gold says, all I've heard nothing but good things about Banshee.
Aw, thank you. I try to keep the bad things hidden.
That's the trick. That's the trick. Oh, I'm telling you, I don't know if you're on your phone or a computer, but if you get the chance to go back and look at chat, I would do it.
I actually have the other phone sitting here, but I can't. All I see is little lines going by. I can't see that. Yeah,
Right, and
eyesight's not good enough.
yeah,
It's hard to do
go
both.
back and watch it and watch the
Oh, I will.
chat.
Yeah.
I will.
Typically when I get really, really quiet, you know, and I'm spaced off, it's either A, because I took a safety break, or B, I'm reading the chat. I'm like reading the chat and I get distracted by it. So
That's why I was like, no,
You
I'll
need
just,
another
you know.
monitor, Rose.
Mhm. Well, you know, Ed, I just, you know, that I'm commonly my face is up and my eyes are up because my husband, he put a big old TV up for me. So I'm watching you guys on the television. Then I got my laptop. If I'm looking at my laptop, it's right here, but
Right.
I'm looking up this way because I'm watching you guys on the big screen.
I've thought about redesigning my area where I have my two little ones right in front and the big flat screen TV up high instead of it being 1, 2, 3 in a row.
Mhm.
Kind of make it a triangle.
Mhm.
I don't know. I gotta play with my studio like I said I was gonna do last summer break. This summer break. Hopefully I'll do something to it in my shed because they're both a mess still. Full of gold. How you doing, Caleb? G'day, mate.
All right, Julie. So another favorite question of mine is, okay, we have no restrictions in this question. Okay, you have all the
Oh,
money in
yeah.
the world, you have all the time in the world. Okay, it's so
Mm.
fictional. What are the next 3 trips you're taking? Where are you going? What are you doing?
The next 3 trips.
Yeah, wherever you want to go. No restrictions. Okay.
Well, if I
By
had
the way, one of
no restrictions and I can go on 3 trips,
Yep.
I'm joining you guys at Freedom Fest and I'll be
Yeah.
at Bashversary. And
Yeah.
then I don't know, we'll find another one in there somewhere, you know.
Any desire to leave the United States? You know, would you go to Australia, give them the chance, or oh, keep it here? There's so much
No,
here.
Australia has big bugs.
Yeah.
Let's stay away from those big bugs, okay? I don't fly yet. I might start flying. I do have Parkinson's. It's been a battle, but So I haven't flown in a long time. I don't know how that pressure would affect my head. Little afraid to try that. So, but I got my nice Ford, working on getting, getting all ready to go so I can start driving, start going cross country.
I'm a road tripper
I would
myself.
love to do a
Yeah.
road trip,
Yeah. Much rather be in my car than fly any day of the week.
Yeah. But yeah, you never know. I don't know what that would do because it's a lot of pressure on your head when you go up that high.
Right.
You know,
I like, especially given the time, and I understand that flying buys time. And I'm never like, if you can fly or that's the only option, that's great. But if you have the opportunity and the time to drive and stop where you want to stop and go see who you want to see, like a road trip is just, I'm telling you, it's just, I think it's the way to go.
yes,
I
it's always been my love. Always
Yeah.
loved the road trips.
road
Same.
trips
Absolutely.
are great if you have the time. If you
Yeah.
have the time. Trains are pretty cool too because you see what you don't see from the highway a lot of times. But driving your
Can you give
own's
me?
probably the best. But I love flying. Big planes, little planes. I love flying. And that's the only
I
way
used
I
to
could
fly.
get that's the only way I could get to Australia or Tasmania or New Zealand. One day I hope to get down there before I go to the Golden Arches, if that's where I go.
New Zealand
Jersey
would be
Ray
very
said,
cool.
I can't fly anymore. Just about blew my eardrum out last time. Thought I did actually. I've been there before. I will fly. Like if I got the opportunity to travel out of the country, I would. Or if I was pressed for time, I will fly. But I don't like it. I don't like losing the control, and I also don't like what it does to my ears either.
Pop your ears. Pop your ears.
You got to chew that bubble gum. And
Yeah.
yeah, Jersey Ray, you did 10,000. I put 30,000 miles on my car last year, but I also drive for work. So it was road trips and for work.
Full of Gold says, in an ideal world, where would you go or what would you want to do? Go wild when she
Well,
gets back.
yeah, when she gets back.
Sorry about that. Dexter was meowing from the bathroom.
You're good.
Okay. Full of Gold, Caleb from the land down under. In an ideal world, where would you go or what would you want to do? Go wild.
What's my dream ideal world? That's what he's asking.
Yeah, yeah. What would you want to do? Where would you want to go? Yeah, yeah.
Well, the only dream I really had is getting a little piece of property and a couple of tiny houses for me and my son, and continuing on Rob's journey of the rescue, and you know, just living off the land and enjoying myself and prospecting. I don't really. I'm happy. I'm a real happy person. I'm real content. I live in the mother lode. There's mines all over the place. I walk up the street 2 blocks from my apartment and I find the coolest stuff. It's crazy. There's gold all over this area. I'm so hooked. You know, I'm okay. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm enjoying getting to know it all. And I've only been up here since 2018. April of 2018, April 13th. We
Close to
moved
an
back.
anniversary, yeah.
Excuse me.
So, and then I got into the gold thing. So I'm just having fun exploring this area. I, of course, would love to see other places around the country, but I don't really have any big goals other than going out and just having fun and enjoying life,
Sounds
Um,
perfect to me, by the way. No judgment here. I think that sounds wonderful.
God saved me from the wreck. He was with me in the hospital for 5 days, and ever since then, I've just been so grateful to be alive. And now look at how blessed I am.
Mm.
I've come back from Parkinson's. I've come back from a head-on crash, and then I came back from my breaking my leg again. I'm so blessed. I'm just happy to be here and happy to be able to go out and like last weekend and dig with Dan. That
Yeah.
was so much fun.
And we're
You
happy
know,
you're here too.
Just to enjoy life, you know.
We got a Miller prospecting raid going on. Thanks, Dylan.
What?
Culver, good to see you. Just be
Just
Hi, everybody.
cool. PA, how you doing, Dan? Good to see all of you. Thanks for the raid. Here, see our friend Banshee Mining. They're here for you, Banshee.
Thank
showing a
you
lot of love.
all very much.
Much love, much love. Much love in the house for Banshee Mining. Chef B
Miller did one of my
prospecting.
bags and talked about me so much the whole time while I was watching the video. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad, so embarrassed. Oh man. It was very, very nice. Thank you very much.
Geezer TV says, love you, Julie.
Oh, I love you all very much.
Cool raid. Cool.
Very nice.
I think I'm
very
blushing.
Nice.
It's getting warm.
Carson! Carson! What's kicking?
Carson prospecting. Nailed it, detecting. How you doing, Chad? Always good to see all of you.
Absolutely.
Right on. Well, Rose hit on goals for your channel, and we've talked about that.
What's your biggest gold find? What's your biggest gold haul? You got any big nuggies sitting around?
Any gold porn?
Yeah.
We have a
I have
lot
a
of
bunch
gold
of gold
porn
that's sitting
addicts.
around.
We have a
what-
lot of gold porn addicts, don't we, sis?
That's right. You got 39 watching right now. I think we got some real addicts in chat right now.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
I'm surprised, Miller, and
Can you see that?
Oh, that is awesome.
let
So
me
this
pin
is-
you up again. Gotta pin you up.
Get that where it's showing.
Bring it up a little.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get that glare. Maybe if I move the camera forward, I can get out of the glare. So
that doggone glare.
right? Oh, it's just like
That's a nice nugget.
Yeah.
Did you find that?
No, I won this. So as I started to get into this community on New Year's Eve, Shaw's mining, Shaw's prospecting, I'm probably slaughtering that now. Did a giveaway. He was it was so much I think to enter for one spot, and I only bought one spot.
Only takes one.
Yeah.
This was the grand prize. I was so shocked and I was so hooked. That's a 2.29 nugget.
Nice.
That looks like a pipe, by the way.
Yeah. I love the decor around it too, though. The shovel on the back and that little chain that was around it. That was really, really cute.
Shaw Mining, right? Ron Shaw? Or was it
I think it was Shaw's Mining. I think it was Shaw's Mining on YouTube or Shaw's Prospecting.
John Shaw Prospecting?
To be honest, I don't remember. All I remember was it was Shaw. You want more gold?
I don't know if it was John Shaw or Ron Shaw. That's what I'm trying to figure out, HD.
I don't know. I'd have to look at my.
She'd have to look.
I'll have to look and let you know.
Oh yeah, there's
This is
another
from-
collection right there.
Ooh, chunky.
This is from Mad Hatter Prospecting.
Oh, okay. Mad
that
Hatter's
motherfucker
a good
behind
guy.
He's a great guy.
See
Yeah.
I see my avatar in the reflection.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, come on, nailed it. If we got a free trip to Australia, you'd go. I would.
I'd go, but I'd be terrified the whole time. I think I'd be under a lot of stress. My blood pressure would be high, but I wouldn't miss out on it. I wouldn't let my fear stop me, you know, but I am scared of those bugs. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm scared.
We could. The Aussies would come between them and us. You know, Caleb would take a bullet, or Terry, or Brad. They'd go
Let's see.
drop bear, get away from them. Ooh, look at all that. All you treasure porn addicts, you better be happy with all the stuff Julie's sharing with us.
That's my biggest
goodness.
nugget. It
The
came
tooth.
out of a Vendetta half-gram bucket.
Nice.
It's 5 grams. It is. Sorry, 4.722.
Wow.
I
Nice.
could get my hand out of the way. Does that help?
Let's help him. What? Terry Marshall? Man. Thanks for the
That was a
super
nice
chat.
nugget.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest piece. Very beautiful. And of course, my hoard of pay dirt that. Yeah. I don't know. There might be a bigger nugget in there somewhere.
You never know. You know, I was going to talk about that earlier, you know, with these pay dirts. I don't go through them because I'm addicted to collecting them. I like showing them.
Right.
Yeah.
You, Julie, HD Shovelhead. Hey, all of you probably
yeah.
have enough to pan for a lifetime.
Yeah. Benzo Gold was just talking about thinking about starting a business where he'll pan out your pay dirt for you for a percentage of it. I'm about to let him do it. I really am.
Sounds like a good idea, Benzo, bro.
He'd make bank for me. Definitely. Yeah, that's been my goal for the last 2 winters, is to get through all my pay dirt bags. And have I gotten even close? No.
Old Earth Radio is like, how much gold do you have? Question mark. Gold is over 2K an ounce.
I have enough.
It's like
That's right. That's
money in
appropriate.
the money in the bank, Ronald. Money in the bank.
And it's always
Yep.
there if you need it. That's how I look at it. Like, even though I'm not panning it right now, it's there if I need it.
David
That's
Villa
right.
has
Absolutely.
it right. Save them for the future.
Yep.
HD
Definitely.
says
Definitely.
not enough. Never enough, huh, HD?
Well, always adding to it, but you know, you know, I'm content with my amount of gold. I'm also content with my coins, you know. That's another thing this community got me into, was coins. I wasn't a coin collector prior to this.
Yep. Silver pennies, you could say silver, constitutional silver pennies. You know, Ed loves his tokens, any of them. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's so much fun.
Yep, Morgan silver dollars. Yep, you bet. Absolutely.
Morgans. Love Morgans.
Absolutely.
I like my coins. I like my tokens. You're right there, Rose. I love tokens.
I may have a present for you, Ed, the next time I see you.
Ooh, ah.
Oh boy.
But it's gonna have to be face to face because it's been too long.
Yes, it has. I'll have to get down to Cottonwood Trails at least for one day during Freedom Fest.
Hope so. I hope
Give
so.
wish can do happy birthday and stuff. See you, meet MJ.
Hmm.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of meet and greet. And July is going to be a big month.
For
2
sure.
weeks. 2 weeks in the beginning, Dirt Fest for the GPAA LDMA Italian Bar Camp from July 1st through July 14th. They're letting me pitch my tent and leave it up so I can come back, go to work, and then go back.
Nice. That's
Nice.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a you know what you said, the community, like you can literally trust these people so much you can leave things there like that, and I'm sure it would be fine.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
nobody's
Yep.
gonna touch it.
Yep, I'm sure of it. I do too. And Julie, I mean, I think maybe you can relate too. Another thing that I really like to talk about when being I'm married, but I typically camp by myself. I'm usually a solo camper. And the fact that I feel so safe around my core group of friends. And I always want to meet somebody and get to know them first for sure. But like JP,
Right.
Brewers, Benzo, any of these guys, I am safe with them. I'm comfortable to be there. I want to be surrounded by them because I'm just so comfortable with them. So I would say that as a solo camper, maybe you could agree with me on some of these guys being so fantastic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Never met such quality people in my entire life. Never.
Yep.
I can't say enough about this community and the people in it. Carson and Vendetta have been huge. Then Carson, buddy, walked me down the freaking slope at Convict Flat after the day after the nugget hunt last year. That was so huge. I'm like coming out of the broken leg, right? I'm like, man, I want to go down there with you guys, but I don't think I can make that. He's like, I got you. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, you guys are
Carson.
just so huge, so huge. The things you've done for me, and the things that, that you've allowed me to do for myself. I made it back up that hill by myself, but to have him help me down it, huge, absolutely freaking huge. And we killed it down there.
Yeah.
Those guys were sniping. We had a best time. Oh man, so it's just about getting out there and having fun and enjoying what you're doing with people who like to do what you're doing. And these guys are top of the line. JP out there helping me try to build a dam and get my sleeves to run at the nugget hunt. Oh my God. And Dan helping me move the rocks. I mean, sorry for getting in your way of your drone, Guido.
Oh man,
But meeting Mike and all these people. I mean, I met so many people, MJ and that was so cool. And then I find out she's got the same truck as I do. I'm like, oh sweet, that's so cool. Same little key fob, So.
Oh, Carson just said, Julie, you are too kind, but that was all you. You rock, and I was there to prove that.
Oh,
Carson's another good
maybe,
one.
but I've
Yeah,
never,
he is.
Yeah.
I've never had the balls to do that without them. Although I got to tell you, as soon as we did that, I wanted to go tie a rope off to the friggin' barbecue and go back down myself with a rope to, I didn't do it yet, but I have been back there and checked it out a couple of times. It might happen.
Well, I'm sure they'll make it happen. Between JP Rose and Carson and Vendetta and the numerous others there at Camp America and Union Flats.
Right? Got to meet Secret Creek and Two Toes and
oh yeah, Kurt, great
Smith
guy.
Prospecting and Blue Lead, and oh my God, there was so many people there.
Can't wait.
You know?
Cannot wait.
Blue Lead's a great guy. The Hugh Hefner of the Yuba River.
Right?
I can't help it. He needs a smoking jacket and a pipe, and he'd look like Hugh Hefner up on the trail looking down on Mother Yuba, giving
A
his
jacket, a
giving
pipe,
his
and
smoke
two ladies on his
offerings.
shoulders. You know, he's got to have the girls too.
Gold Hunter 77, Oregon, more Oregon in the house. Yeah, he is, JP. Tim's awesome, if that's who you're talking about. Hugh Hefner of the Yuba River, I fondly call him. I gotta pin you again. You're bringing up, wow, that's a deep purple amethyst. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've ever seen an amethyst that purple before.
This is Madagascar geode.
Wow.
So that's
Okay,
that's not an amethyst, is it? It's a purple,
no,
but
it's a
like,
geode.
But it's amethyst crystals in the geode, ain't it?
Well,
I-
they're certainly
Uh-huh.
purple. I don't know, but check this out.
But nonetheless, that's nice. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that color was gorgeous.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh yeah. Is that a citrine or is that a pyrite?
Holy
It's
Toledo.
another geode.
That is
But
crazy.
what are
pretty.
the crystals? I see something goldish
I don't know
in
what they
there.
are. It's like it looks like pyrite and garnet or something. I mean, this one's almost, well, no, this one's red. I don't know if that's coming through, but
Oh yeah. Oh man, some of the flashing in there is gorgeous.
so I had one of these that was the purple with the gold in it, and I gave that to Blue League at the nugget hunt. You know, so amazed to have that opportunity.
That's right. Mother Nature is crazy cool.
Right?
You're right, Ed. It's all good.
Yep. Did I put it away too fast? Little crystal that fell out.
Judy
yeah,
had emergency
cool
I
stuff.
had to attend
There was
to.
a guy that showed up down the street that was selling them. I was like, seriously? Okay.
Wow.
Sold. Yeah, sold.
Cha-ching. Sold.
Definitely the rock shows are starting. And we will
Yeah.
be back in Sacramento for Halloween.
I go to as many rock and gym shows as I can in this area. I have to go to Missouri for them, but I mean, I'd say at least once a month until it gets cold again, we'll be going to a show.
I'm excited for Dirt Fest. I haven't ever done anything like that. And this is gonna have, every aspect. Dry washing, high banking, metal detecting. I'm just stoked. I think it's gonna be a great learning experience,
Maybe
and then
some
followed by the nugget hunt. Oh, yes.
I believe California Mining Journal's having another gold rush thing up in Downeyville again this
Yeah,
year too. I don't think it's the same weekend though.
No, it's a couple weeks after the nugget hunt. They did it last year too.
Yeah.
The problem is to try and turn around and go back up. I mean, I got like 3 weeks of mining in July. To turn around 2 weeks later and go back up there again for that is like just a little too much for me.
Right.
I would like to go do the event though. That would be awesome.
You're down by Sacramento, right? But still,
Placerville.
that's still a nice little truck up to Downeyville.
Yeah, depending upon traffic, it's about 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah. There's Robert right there. Rocky Mountain Live Prospecting. How you doing,
Woo-hoo,
brother?
hello, brother. Look,
Great
I'm wearing it.
guy.
Wait.
Gotta
I'll get that.
show off your shirt, brother.
Whoop. She was talking about you earlier.
Yeah, she was. Definitely.
All bad things. All bad things.
Rose, I think your
Just
nose
kidding.
is growing. It's good to see you, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Boy, and you're doing great, Sister Julie. You're doing great. We're 942 and man.
Woo-hoo, going strong. See, been lifting them weights, getting a little muscle going. Oh my God.
Now, how do
Yep.
you select your locations for prospecting adventures, Julie? And what factors do you consider when deciding where to explore?
So this weekend wanted to be, with people. Whenever Dan invited me up, went over there at Helm Zoo and was prospecting with him. And then we went out to Basin Creek, and I've been there before. Basin Creek has a day use area. We were supposed to meet at the day use area, a group of us, people I haven't seen in over a year from the broken leg, right?
Right?
Just hadn't been back out with them. So we got out there to the day use area, and there'd been so much water that had come through, it washed out the pathway. So, and the river was ripping through there. There was nowhere you're going to drop a sluice in, and you just not happening. So I knew the campground wasn't much further out, so I just went and booked a campsite, and it's where River Ranch Campground in Tuolumne County is where Basin Creek meets the Tuolumne River, right there in the campground. So you got your choice. You can either prospect off the creek or prospect off the river. River was running too high, so I took the creek side, and it was beautiful. Perfect waterfall, perfect water flow. I did a video and put it up, just a short showing the river and the conditions that morning. It was nice. Definitely some water moving up there, but yeah, black sands laying on the shoreline. But it was places I knew. This was a place that I started prospecting at. It was a campground that somebody had turned me on to, and it happened that they allowed prospecting, and we just started evolving there, learning, sticking the pan in the river, sticking the shovels in, where to look, trying to read the river. I did my only premiere. My first. It's funny. I did my only premiere from Basin Creek. The water is so high now, you can't even see the spot I did it from.
Wow.
But
Well, that's
we were
what
still pulling gold.
yeah.
Still pulling gold this weekend. It was awesome.
You want those high waters though. You want them to be there, not all the time, but you want those high waters to come in. And I believe California in particular needed water pretty stinking
Oh
bad.
yeah. Flood
Yeah,
waters, high water and high deep snowpack makes good for prospectors, but so does landslides and stuff too. And natural disasters never, it's always help those in the construction field. Yeah, gotta take the good
but
with
yeah.
the bad, right?
Yeah.
So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So that you're asking me about how I pick them. Mostly it's just been started with the day use areas and stuff, and then I joined the clubs. Like I'm GPAA, so I started going to Italian bar. I found one of my biggest pieces there. Then I joined Ranky, and they do group outings. Super cool.
Yeah,
All right, that's a really cool group.
Josh's Adventure Club, and I hear Josh has some pretty good claims too.
Absolutely. Well, Convict Flat, the Downeyville claim, just outside of Downeyville, is their claim, and we went and hit it the day after the nugget hunt and did really good. Did better there than I did at the nugget hunt. But the nugget hunt, is more about socializing and meeting everybody. It's a
Right.
one-day event,
Yeah.
To me, you're not going to walk into any place you don't know and find gold in one day. You've got to go test pan and read the river and try a few places before you're going to hit the spot.
Oh,
right?
I don't know about that, Julie. When Two Toes Smith Gold, Dano, Jesse, and Top Cat and I went to Gold Hill, we did pretty
you guys
good
probably
for
killed it.
one day.
No, you guys, but you guys are pros. I'm just a little
Pro?
old lady.
Oh, I'm no
trying to process all this
pro.
stuff.
I'm a greenhorn. The sourdough was Two Toes. But yeah, we hiked out of that valley with the ounce and a quarter of gold between us.
Wowzer.
I watched.
Everybody got gold.
Yeah, I watch him a lot. It's a good person to learn from.
Good night, Deej. Thanks for coming by. Thank you for sharing. Dylan, thanks for the Miller prospecting raid also.
Thank you.
See, I knew it. All these people that love you are coming in to see you, Julie. Thank you for bringing all these great people in addition to my regulars to the show.
I'm
And,
amazed.
oh,
and honored.
you're too modest. Brian Wilder's in the house. Mr. Hollywood, how you doing? American Gold Prospectors. Julie is the best aqua donkey prospecting.
I met
Uh,
him at the nugget hunt.
Aqua? Really?
Oh, wait, no, Dirty Paws. Sorry, I'm confusing him. I think Aqua's coming this year, though, isn't he?
I don't know. I believe he's from Ohio. I think I just checked out his channel and subscribed to him. Yeah. And
see.
I
It was the
believe
safety
he's
meeting and
from
I'm getting
Ohio.
confused.
That's okay. We all need our medication and our safety meetings.
Mm-hmm. For our health.
It is. It is. It is. Did I hear Banshee say she's coming to Freedom Fest?
She said she. Oh, you were asking somebody in chat.
Only Pans is MJ. Only Pans is coming for sure.
Yeah.
Is Banshee coming too?
No, not this year.
Okay, because Rose is gonna be there. I have to get there for at least one day, if not the whole weekend. So
yeah, I missed the first year. I'm not missing this year.
Me too, Aqua Donkey. Me too. I've been wanting to go the last several years, but I haven't been able to. There's a lot of stuff I want to do.
Right. Right. I had a couple other things in the works beforehand.
Now, I do have a comment posted, pinned to the top. If you want to get in on the giveaway from our friends over at Prospector's Dream, type in hashtag Adventure Sleuths, 2 syllables. 2 syllables. It's not all one word, 2 words. I guess it'd be 2 words, not 2 syllables. Crazy guy. There you go. But Brad, I might have to send it to Julie, so Julie can give it to you at the Nugget Hunt if you win, buddy. So
You better come with empty
Wow.
bags, man. You better come with like nothing on you because when you go back, you're gonna be going back with a lot, I'm sure of it.
but maybe for the Aussies, David Peterson could probably talk to his Aussie manufacturer, get it to you guys. Where do put what? You type it in the room, Ronald. Adventures hashtag Adventure Sleuths, just like JP has it. And that's how you get entered. And you'll never know when I type in winner or press the button. You'll never know. But you'll see it pop up with the winner in the live chat. I'm so glad you were able to make it through the whole show, Julie.
Me too. Look at I'm getting better. That's awesome.
Oh, well, when you
That's
have great
awesome.
conversation, it goes by quick.
Yeah,
It does.
we
You guys are
tried
fantastic.
an hour, and an hour was too short, really. And then we had that old man on from Devil's Canyon years back. Um, oh, what was his name? Bill Chick, or he was the old guy on Devil's Canyon, uh, from Discovery Channel. I think that show went on for like 4.5 hours. That was way too long on a Tuesday night, but he had some really good stories. I forget his first name though. Really cool guy, old guy from Alaska though. But yeah, it's been a pleasure having you on, Julie, and thank you for all the promoting of the prospecting channels and treasure hunting channels when you're at gold shows and whatnot. We appreciate it.
You're
And
very welcome.
everyone
My
in the
pleasure.
live chat showing all kinds of love to you all night.
Aw,
All
I'm
night.
sorry. Thank you all so very, very much. Make me feel so very loved. I love you all so much.
You
Can't wait to
earned
see
it,
you all.
Julie. You earned it. You earned that love. So don't you forget it for one single second. The community, it honestly, the way they talk about you, it speaks volumes for your character, and you earned that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
Most
much. It means a lot.
definitely. Most definitely. And before I pick the winner, next week we're having Alicia Hot Mess Fishing from Kentucky joining us.
Woohoo.
We'll probably be talking about fishing and metal detecting and who knows what else. Um, I'm not sure if Rose, what are you doing next week?
I was gonna invite myself, actually. I would love to be a part of that show.
Okay, good. Thanks, sis. Not a problem. It's the same link all the time. All you have to do is, I'm gonna surprise Ed if we don't talk beforehand and just hop on. Rocky Mountain Live Prospecting gifting out 5 FlashFam memberships. Thank you very much, Rocky Mountain Prospecting. Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting. Sorry. Not to confuse you with Brad, Robert. I know who you are. I know who you are. Giving away random. Hey, it's always good to be random.
It's fun, brother.
Okay, let's see who's gonna win Drum roll, please. Well, no, I'm going to give one more. I'll give 2 more minutes for you to enter. And if no one enters, that's all on you.
Snooze, you lose. Got to be in it to win it.
That's right. The Adventure Sleuth by our friends over at prospectorsstream.com. I will be having some product available at this year's FOSIC, the weekend of the 8th and 9th of June over at the Swank West property of the GPAA. I'll be there. You'll see my banners. You'll see my booth. You'll see me. I'll have some thermal forms and some cube mat, cleanup sleuths, couple other things. Ticking away. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock, so get in it. Hey, there's Mad Hatter Prospecting and Collecting. Good to see you, brother.
Oh, that's super cool. It's nice to see.
That was a big old nugget we were looking at, right, Julie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
4.722.
Hot dog.
Nice, nice. Some beautiful gold porn you shared with us, Julie.
For sure.
Thank
That's,
you
yeah.
very much.
10 out of 10 would watch that porn again.
Hey, again and again, again and again. Okay,
Thank you very much.
Bill. If you didn't see it, Jeff, sorry. It was some nice nuggets. You must have been on a spinny break if you missed it. All right, time's up. Here we go. And the winner is Only Pants.
Yeah.
MJ, congratulations.
Woohoo!
Please email me your mailing address. I might have it, but I don't want to search for it through all my stuff. So see how I am now. Let me get this where you could see it. My email address, it's right up there. Send me your address. I'll forward it over to Dave over at Prospector Stream, and you'll get it shipped directly to you from the manufacturer.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Boom. They're nice little sluices too, MJ. They're nice little sluices. It's good to see you, Mad Hatter Prospecting. It's been a while, buddy. And can thank you for being a member for all this time also. Jeez, and we're into overtime.
Oh, man.
Everybody out there, thank you again for joining us this week on Tuesday Night Hangout Live. Rose, thank you as always for being my sister of another mother and being my guest co-host tonight and next week and whenever you decide to grace me with your presence on the show. Julie, thank you so very much for joining us tonight. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun.
I'm
I had a
glad
great
you
time.
enjoyed it. All of you out there, if it wasn't for all of you, we wouldn't be right here right now. And I'd like to thank you for being part of the Flash Fam from the bottom of my heart. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Terry Marshall. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Prospector's Dream, for the Adventure Sleuths. I greatly appreciate it, Tim and David. All of you out there, until next time, may you always have a flash on the. May you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's gonna say next.
That's right, because it does happen, don't it, Rose?
It really does.
Maybe one day too, we'll meet you on the river. But you know what? Right now, we're out of here.
Bye, guys.
It does happen, JP. Thank you, Terry, JP, Robert, Brad, Terry Curry, MJ, the winner.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jim, Alicia, looking forward to the show next week. Good night, everybody. Brad, thank you, Brad. Que vivia!